Hello and welcome to day 2 of Cheltenham. Michael and myself ready to go through the card. Tough day yesterday for the layers, Michael. Quite too many favourites winning.
Yeah, not the best day, Dale. Plenty of favourites. Willie Mullins, Rich Ritchie, Ruby Walsh dominating as expected. Fortunately, the first one got beat Min. Altior was still popular, but yeah, we're still going. Obviously, we've got 3 days to go. We got a result in the last, so we're on a roll. And yeah, looking forward to today.
Okay, well, tough for the boys in the office, but good stakes, positive day generally. Fingers crossed we can turn that around. Michael, you were at your 25th preview evening last night, previewing today. What was the word on the street in Cheltenham?
The word on the street was that if we're going to have a bet, we want to go to Bangor to back Boy in a Bentley for Kim Bailey in a 5-horse novice hurdle. No, I mean it was general chit chat, to be honest. There was one interesting one in the bumper, but no, it was just generally talking about yesterday's racing, and then little bits and bats about today and on to the Gold Cup. And
that was supporting Well Child for our friend Ed Chamberlain, the charity there. On to the first then, Michael. Very competitive once again. Great to offer from the foot trading boys. Money back again. Looks like the front two in the market.
Yeah, front two in the market, really popular. If we can get those two beaten, it's over even money, or shorter than even money, the front two in the market. So if we can get if we can get them both beaten, it would be fantastic. Yanworth 11-8, he's been favourite for a long time. He won our trial that we sponsor at Ascot. York Hill 9-4, he's been really popular. I mean, let's just try and blast our way out, and let's try and get some results today. The top one, Atois Phil, Willie Mullins, Brian Cooper. Jigginstown have got 2 in it, but Atois Phil is supposed to be much better than Bello Conti. So yeah, we'll go for the top one to try and get us off to a decent start around about 15-2.
Okay, on to the second, the RSA. Looks like a 2-horse race. If you've been following it, Tony McCoy, who we all know, legend here at Cheltenham, was here working for Channel 4. His bet of the festival of all 28 races. More of that. Number 3 in the 210. Are you with that one?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, for me, he's the class horse. Obviously, we saw what Annie Power did yesterday. He's the only horse to beat Annie Power when she stood up. He's been really well supported, 15-8. No More Heroes, 5-2. Been anti-post favourite for a long time. There was talk about the ground drying up. It's really cold here today. It had a little bit of rain overnight, so I don't think it'll have dried up anymore. But yeah, I think more of that's certainly the classier of the two, in my opinion. A couple of horses that have been back. See You at Midnight, a Scottish Raider, 11-12, and Vita de Rock. I guess the form was boosted yesterday. Won the Felt. Manella Rocco, who finished second in that race, obviously won the 4-miler. That's 8-10. But yeah, more of that for me.
Okay, I'm on No More Heroes, so we're head-to-head in that one. Get your pin out in the next, that's all I can say. 5 places from the Racing Traders, 26 runners. Impossible, Michael.
Yep. As you said, 5 places. 2 horses been really well backed. Rock the Casbah, 10-12, and Politolog, 8-10. I guess Politolog's the interesting one. Paul Nicholls, Sam Twiston Davis, John Hales. They won this race last year with Au Petit Soin, who was well supported. Maybe this might not be quite as good as that horse, certainly not in terms of handicapping. A couple of horses you can give a shout for. Hunter's Hoof, number 26. He should go well at a price. And Ruby Walsh has chosen Blood Cotil instead of Arbor de Vie. So I think on the fact that Ruby's riding Blood Cotil, I'll go for number 9 for Ruby Walsh. Another Ritchie, Mullins and Walsh combination.
Oh, the budget today, Michael. Politolog be very, very popular down there. The 3:30, right. Champion Chase and Dessert. Does he stand up and win?
He should do. You would imagine. I think we're going to get. I think we've all been saying if we're going to get one beaten, he's possibly the chance with his jumping a little bit chancy. Arguably, Duvan was a little bit lucky yesterday. He guessed at the last 2, but obviously still won easily. He's obviously the price boost with ourselves, so we'll see plenty of money for him around about 5-6. Sprinter Sakura, there wouldn't be a dry eye in the house if he won. He's 9-2 from 5-1. Again, I think if we can get those 2 beaten somehow, then we've got a right chance of winning a few quid. Dodging Bullets won the race last year, but has been disappointing essentially. Maybe we might get a result. I know Richard Horner, head of compiling. Sorry, Seb.
Good promotion there, Ferdy.
Well, yeah. I'm living 5 years in the past. I know he's keen on God's Zone without the favourites, so perhaps that might be a little bit of value. I think he flagged that up at 12-1 with a couple of firms.
Okay, just one to mention there, if you like big prices, Just Cameron for Mickey Hammond is 100-1. There was a preview evening up in Midland the other day, and we gave a few of the trainers up in Midland charity bet, and Mickey's had £25 each way on Just Cameron, 100-1 for the charity. So that's the Jessica Bethel Foundation there that they're supporting. The 410, the cross country, Michael, where we all go off and have a cup of coffee and then come back an hour later ready for the rest of the racing.
Yeah, JP McManus obviously normally dominates this race. 16 in it, he's got 4 of them. Quantitative Easing should have won the race last year and was carried out. Mark Walsh takes the ride. Nina Carberry, she gets the pick of the rides for JP in this race. And she's on Josie's orders, who's been really impressive all season. The 9th last time, I'd forget that was just a prep run. But there are suggestions that she didn't work great last time out. Again, another horse who's sort of synonymous with this racing would be fantastic story is Balthazar King. He broke his ribs when he ran in the Grand National, and there was worries that we might never see him certainly on a race course again. But he's bounced back. It would be wonderful if we saw him. I think the price-wise horse is probably the one I'm going to go for, though. Ballyboca Bridge for Peter Maher. He won this race previously with Big Shoe. Andrew Lynch takes the ride. Bit of value at 12-1.
Okay, on to the 450. 2 to go here. The Fred Winter, very competitive indeed. Campeador, I know that was backed. Gordon Elliott each way earlier. Another very tough race. Paul Nicholls got a great record in this race, though, Michael.
Yeah, it does well, not only with his fancied horses, but with horses at bigger prices as well. Obviously won the race with Qualando last time. He's got a couple of horses at big prices that you could give a shout for. But yeah, it looks really, really difficult. Coup-Star Sivola for Nick Williams, that's been well supported, 14 from 25. Lizzie Kelly, who's a very good female jockey, she takes £5 off. Campeador, as you mentioned, Dale, that was well backed anti-post. Loads of horses. Diego de Chamil has been well supported. The one I think could be a real dark horse is this Le Curia, number 9. A McManus horse. Mark Walsh takes a ride. Geraghty would get the pick, so it's obviously the second string, but really interesting. 16-1. Let's have a go on that one, try and blast our way out.
Okay, the lucky last. Now, speaking to Michael earlier, there's at least 10 fancied in the bumper. Michael spoke to every jockey and trainer, and every one of them fancies their horses. So put your filter system on. Which ones are we backing?
Yeah, the favourite Ballyandy, I know that's very well fancied. They think Battleford will run well at 25-1. Corblimey beat Ballyandy, so you'd have to give that horse a shout. As I say, you could go through Augusta Kate. That's owned one of the owners is Aranton Deck. So that'll be a popular winner. But the one I'm going to side with is a Dermot Weld horse, First Figaro. Davy Russell takes the ride. Apparently worked really well in a gallop at Punchestown with a few of the Mullins horses, and around about odds of 12-1. Dermot Weld does his record at Cheltenham wasn't great up until a couple of years ago, but obviously had a winner last year with Windsor Park in the Neptune. I think First Figaro could send us off with a winner.
Okay, well, my nap of the day, Ardemir in the Fred Winter. I'm having a bit each way on that one. Your single bet, the number one that stands out?
Yeah, I think more of that's an absolute good thing. And the one thing I would say is obviously if you're obviously not betting with Sky Bet, if you're betting with other firms and what have you, make sure that you get the best place terms, because there's loads of runners today. We're paying 4 in the bumper as well. Just make sure you shop around and you get the best place terms you possibly can.
Okay, a quick mention to the guys on the Sporting Life desk. Over 100,000 people played Pick 6 yesterday. That's fantastic. The new app, if you've not downloaded it yet, make sure you do. It looks fantastic. Shinners and I are heading off to go and get a coffee and warm up. Good luck, everybody. Fingers crossed for another great day.